Hello, everybody. Ian Robson. Welcome back to another edition of Coffee with Ian. So, I hope everybody's doing well. A couple things going on in the world of video games. The first thing I know about is that the Treestand and Tripod DLC is finally out for Hunter Call of the Wild. I messed around that a little bit, and it's kind of interesting to see how it actually functions in the actual game itself. Because what will happen is you have like the tree stand, which you have to kind of pick and choose which tree to put it on, and that will decrease your hunting pressure in the area when you get something from the tree stand. And the same thing applies for the tripod. But the nice thing about the tripod is you can basically put it just about anywhere. Now they both take up a lot of space in your backpack, which I realized. So it's kind of like a nice thing to have if you have like a backpack, but I don't usually run with a backpack, so it seems like it might be something you use for like a specific purpose as opposed to having it on you all the time. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's been my experience so far with it. I've only used it once, but it seemed like it was pretty nifty because you can just set down the tripod and then kind of go from there and see if you have like a specific area like stopping at, but there's no tree stand there specifically, then you can kind of use that or there's no blind there or anything like that, so you can use that as a way of kind of having that capability basically, which is kind of neat. So I thought that was kind of cool how they added that in there. I don't know, I playing around with it, it's not, I don't get super jazzed about it. I just think it's kind of neat that they do have it in there. So that's one of the things that came up just recently that I thought was kind of cool. The other thing that I saw was that the American Truck Simulator has, or SCS, I should say, has announced when Washington, the DLC, is going to come out, and that is coming out June 11th. So that will be next Tuesday. Yes, next Tuesday, June 11th, is when the DLC, the Washington DLC, will finally be out, which is going to be pretty exciting because adding a few other tidbits of information in there, or a few other things in there, like having a couple more trailers that you can buy now, which is going to be good because I've actually been waiting for a couple different trailers for a while now. I don't know why, but that's something I've been like, oh, I wish I had this sort of idea. So it'd be cool. This is my thought. It'd be cool to have like one of the heavy haul trailers, like the ones with the long axles, like for hauling like bulldozers and stuff like that. It would be kind of neat to see. That's the main one I want to see, actually, now that I think about it. The log one I didn't care so much about. I don't haul logs very often, and it's very specific. You have to go to the specific locations all the time. But the heavy haul one would be kind of neat. And if you can get some of the special, I guess the special transport ones wouldn't make as much sense, I don't think. But and then of course the like a grain style trailer would be kind of neat. So like a Wilson belly dump style trailer would be kind of sweet to see. So, but I haven't seen that yet, so we'll have to see what happens. So I know they released some information, Washington's dev stream, Logging Roads preview. So they're releasing a couple different pieces of information now quite quickly. So you have one on, let's see, they have a little preview here on Washington and the logging trucks preview, I guess. And I don't think they've said what. I don't think they said what was coming up in terms of. Let's just see here. Did they talk about that? No. Oh, here it is. Some new unique trailers, but I don't talk about any of the purchasable ones. So there's some airplane ones you got to work around with too now, because that's going to be kind of neat. Because there's a major aircraft manufacturing facility in Washington, so you're going to be able to kind of carry aircraft engines and some other parts associated with that. And also, there's a dock builder or yacht builder, so there's a place where you can get the yachts from. There's actually a couple of new trailers related to that as well, as far as I understand. And what was the other interesting one? Dynamic speed limits and LED signs. That's going to be interesting. And what was the thing I thought that was kind of cool? Realistic port cell. I don't know. It seems like they've worked really hard on the Washington DLC so far. So it's going to be very curious to see how it turns out. From what I've seen so far, it looks like it's going to be a great DLC. I'm sure they will change it and adjust it like they have done for the previous things. There's going to be 16 brand new cities. They're going to include Vancouver. I'm not sure if that's Vancouver, Canada, if it's Vancouver, Washington. I don't know if there's a Vancouver, Washington or not, but Longview, Aberdeen, Olympia, Tacoma, Seattle, Everett, Port Angeles, I guess it is. Bellingham, Omak, Wenatchee, Yakima, Kennewick, Grand Coulee, Spokane, and Colville. I've heard of a couple of those places, but not many of them apparently. And of course, there's a whole bunch of truck stops and stuff like that. So that's gonna be kind of cool. That's coming out June 11th. So that's coming up very quickly here. So we're gonna see that momentarily. And apparently, going back to the Call of the Wild, it looks like they are going to actually potentially have wolves in the future on some maps. So that's gonna be kind of a curious thing to see, is whether or not they're going to actually do that or not. I just saw some speculation recently, some more serious speculation than it was before, because previously what would just be, people would just be like saying like, oh, well, you're going to have wolves in here, but now it seems like it's a bit more certain. So yeah. All right, folks, that'll be it for me for today. I need to get off to work. I just realized the time. My name is Ian Robson. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, enjoy the coffee.